The Fractal Audio FM3 can be used for reamping. Reamping means you can record your guitar track and change the tone after it has been recorded. This is extremely useful for many reasons. You can quickly record your guitar tracks without having to worry if the guitar tone is perfect for the mix. Any edits, from tiny tweaks to remove noise or completely edited guitar takes, are glued together when the track is run back through the FM3, and the result is a much cleaner recording. You can record yourself playing and easily audition any amps, cabs or effects to create your perfect preset. In this video I'll show you how to reamp using the template I've created and how to avoid latency issues. When I first attempted reamping with the FM3, I had major problems with latency and the process was unusable. After quite a bit of experimentation, I now have a setup that works. I have my FM3 connected to my Mac via SPDIF into my Universal Audio Apollo Twin. First up, I will create a new project from my FM3 Reamping template. The template contains 3 tracks. The guide track's input is set to stereo inputs 1 and 2, and the output is set to stereo out. The FM3 DI input track is set to mono input 3, and output is set to outputs 3 and 4. The guitar reamp track is set to stereo inputs 1 and 2, and output to stereo out. The guide track will record the tone that's coming out of the FM3. You may find that you have a perfect take first time, so time to celebrate and no reamping required. The FM3 DI input track will be a very low signal, and this is a DI signal that will be used to run back into the FM3 and record the final guitar tone onto the guitar reamp track. When recording your take, you need to have input 1 in the audio settings of the FM3 set to analog. When it comes time to reamp, you need to change this to USB channels 3 and 4. This will result in the DI signal recorded on track 2 to be routed back into the FM3 as if it is your guitar being played. Other settings you need to be aware of are the USB buffer size in the FM3 and the I/O buffer size in Logic. I will show you how these settings affect the latency later in this video. To record your track, make sure input 1 in the FM3 is set to analog, enable recording on tracks 1 and 2 and hit the record button. You can see that I have 2 tracks recorded. One looks as you would expect, although the second track has a very low signal. Don't worry, this is normal. I will now mute the guide track, set inputs 1 in the FM3 to USB, channels 3 and 4, and enable recording on track 3. If I hit play, you can hear the FM3 thinks a guitar is plugged into it, and you can adjust your guitar tone as it plays. You can now experiment by changing any settings in the current FM3 preset. As an example, I will add a graphic EQ and move a few sliders. Once you're happy with the guitar tone, hit record and your final track will be recorded to track 3. I currently have the USB buffer size in the FM3 set to 48. I will now change the USB buffer size to 1536 and record another take. By zooming in and aligning the playhead, you can see the latency has delayed the second recording. Depending on your setup, you might also need to adjust the I/O buffer size in Logic. The lower the setting, the better, although you might find unwanted clipping noises or other artifacts start to cause a problem. I have read that a good compromise is 128, but feel free to experiment if you're having issues. There's also a low latency monitoring mode in Logic that will disable plugins that cause latency while recording. This setting can be enabled from the record drop-down in the top menu bar. Once you have the settings as you like, save the settings as a template and all future recording sessions will be simple to set up. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced issues with reamping or if you have any more tips. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and hit that subscribe button so you can follow me on my FM3 adventures. Bye for now.